Hi guys and welcome. What I want to show you in this little series about with the Pocket 3 is that it's actually possible when you come on location to get more than one shot. Now as a beginner you might just turn up to a location, and I'm just going to show you for example where I am. So I've got this rather large abbey behind me, and you may find for example you just turn up, you just decide to just get a shot just in the middle of the grass, and you then don't really know what to do. You're kind of lacking of inspiration, and you want to get a bit more systematic shots. So the idea of this video is to show you how many shots you can get just from one location effectively. So I'm going to go over to show you this cross right by the abbey here. I'm literally going to get you about 4 shots you could do just from standing by that cross of the abbey, and as the series progresses I'm going to go to other locations in my little local town here to show you how many shots you can get just from one location. Alright, well let's go out and start to go to the very first location, which I've decided to choose is this cross that's over there in the distance. Hopefully you can see it, and by the abbey. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we're here now at this position, and we've got this sort of stone column that goes up quite a long way, and we just got the abbey just to the left of it. So I want to try and do like a reveal shot, reveal dolly shot, where we can use this to basically block the view, and then we're going to slide out and reveal the abbey in all its glory. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to make sure my Pocket 3 is in tilt locked mode, which I can do just by just making sure you can hopefully see on the screen here. It's going to swipe down from the top, click on the gimbal modes, and making sure we say tilt locked mode, because I want to position the gimbal so we can see the top of the abbey when we come out. So I'm just going to use a joystick, for example, make sure I can see the full top of the abbey, which I can, and then I'm going to come back. Now we also want to set our focus mode to single focus, and the reason for that is that I don't want the focus shifting when it's looking at the column here. As we come out, we don't want it then to change to focus on the abbey. So we're going to come out, or we're going to rather go to the right hand side, swipe up so we say focus mode, and make sure that says single. So I think it defaults to continuous, and then I'm going to go out and then click on the actual abbey with my little cursor. So I've got the rectangle around it, so it's now in focus. Then I can go back to my starting position, make sure we are kind of blocking the abbey, hit the record, and the idea is we're just going to gradually just bring out our gimbal and just slide to the left hand side like this, and we can just be able to see the abbey like so. And let's just do that a couple of times to make sure we've got that in the bag, so to speak. Just going to retilt, hold the gimbal a bit further. Okay, let's go for it. And we're sliding out, and we can just reveal the abbey like so. Excellent. I've also noticed that just on the right hand side of the column here, there's something quite nice, quite decorative work here. So what we can try and do is actually reposition the Pocket 3 to try and make a little bit more use of this in the foreground if we can. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the column. Once again, this is where it's important that we need to actually set the focus on the abbey. So I'm going to slide out and click on that, make sure that's in focus. So, and then we're going to slide back. I might just position, tilt the gimbal ever so slightly, and we're going to now hit the record button and just dolly our way out like so, and reveal the abbey. Just going to pull it around very slightly. There we go. Alright, so I'm quite happy with that shot. Okay, I'm just going to do one more shot, and again I'm going to make use of this nice kind of carving, I guess, I'm not sure what it is, carving here. I'm just going to sort of almost slide, not left to the right, I'm going to slide more sort of a little bit forward and sort of to reveal a little more of the abbey. So once again, just double check that my Pocket 3 is actually focused on the abbey itself. I'm just going to tilt the Pocket 3 so the kind of angle that I want. I'm just going to probably just use the joystick very slightly just to reposition, so I'm actually facing the carving. And now I'm just going to do my dolly shot and kind of push past it and show the abbey. Alright, that's that shot in the bag. Okay, so one more shot we can do while we're actually here, of course, is again making use of the carvings, but rather than setting the focus on the abbey itself, why not actually set the focus on the carving? So it's pretty cool, and just leave the abbey in sort of defocused in the background. Alright, so that's one of the advantages of the Pocket 3 is that we have much better control of the focus in terms of the depth of field than we had with the Pocket 2. So, alright, so let's just click on this guy. So let's just click on the actual carving, like so, maybe find a nicer part of it. And we're going to just bring our camera back, and we're going to sort of push in, or like sort of do a bit of a dolly shot, so to say, and sort of slide just a little bit past it. And we have a bit of the abbey in the background. I think looks pretty cool. Okay, so we can actually do another shot in the base of this actual column. So we can actually do what I said, like a crane shot. I'm going to use the steps here, and we're going to just put our Pocket 3 behind it, and we're just going to rise up over the top of the step to reveal the abbey behind. I'm just going to tilt the phone up so you can see it. So, alright, so just how we're going to do this. So we're just going to get a little bit close, a little bit awkward, and sort of kind of kneeling and trying to not fall over at the same time. So get it nice and low, and we're going to just bring our Pocket 3 up and show the abbey. But I've already noticed that I forgot to set the focus before I did the shot, of course. So once again, it looks doesn't look right because we've got the focus on the rock. So of course, as before, click and hold and set the focus on the actual abbey itself. And we're going to go back to our starting position. So the rock should now be out of focus. Going to hit record, and we're going to rise up, do our crane shot, and reveal the abbey behind. But once again, I made a very slight mistake because I'm not completely happy with the shot because I don't actually have the top of the abbey showing. I think it'd be really nice if I actually show the top of the abbey rather than just the bottom of it. So I'm just going to reposition the gimbal. We're still in tilt lock mode, so I'm going to reframe it a little bit so you can see the abbey at the top here. I'm just going to go down to our starting point, making sure once again I've got my focus set on the abbey. Go down to where we got our starting point, probably pushing a bit more so you can't see the abbey at all. And I'm just going to rise up and show the abbey. Now just over in the corner, just behind where we've got the column and the abbey, we've actually got some daffodils that are appearing because it's just the sort of start of March when I'm recording this. And you know, what we could probably do is, if my knees let me, is get crouched down and try and get perhaps a nice sort of dolly shot by those daffodils. Not daffodils, they are daffodils, yes. Daffodils over there. I'm going to sort of slide across and get the shot of the abbey behind. I think that'd look quite good. So let's just go for a little toddle over to the daffodils behind here. Okay, here we are, over here, and it's going to find probably a nice set of how to do. It'll be probably nicer a bit later when in a nicer bloom, but for the moment, of the purpose of demonstration, I'm just going to get down the Pocket 3 as low to the ground as possible. So up here we've got, just behind, we've got the abbey, So it's going to do a kind of sort of sliding shot. Maybe I can find a nicer set or a bunch of daffodils kind of here. And we're going to set the focus on the abbey, of course, as always. And we're just going to now just slide slowly across and do our dolly shot. Okay, let's do that a couple more times. And while we're here, let's just try a crane shot as well. So we can to just simply do the same thing. I'm just going to bring up the Pocket 3, and we can do our crane shot like that. Okay guys, well that was the first video of hopefully a much longer series about how to do some various shots with a Pocket 3, just in how many shots you can do just in one location. So as you saw, we just literally did it at Let's Cross here, and there's a whole load of locations all around the town, as you can appreciate. Now the idea is that if you find this useful, and go out and go to your local town or your local village or wherever it is you live, and just practice the shots that we've learned in this lesson for a start, and then come back, of course subscribe to the channel hopefully, and we're going to learn a load more shots, and then you can go out and start to build up the confidence using the Pocket 3. Alright, hope it's useful again. As always, take care, and I shall see you soon.